Political surprises, the holy grail of election campaigns. But so often there's more than meets the eye.
Pages and pages of censored, blacked-out reports of secret US and UK talks about breaking open our NHS.
At the height of December's election campaign, Jeremy Corbyn brandished these documents from the podium, giving the inside track on the trade negotiations with the US, and used them to allege the Tories are selling off the NHS. Today, the government claimed this leaked report was being promoted online by Russians before Jeremy Corbyn seized on it. In other words, an act of interference in the 2019 election.
We believe, we know with reasonable confidence that Russian actors were involved in trying to interfere with the 2019 election, principally through trying to spread, amplify online illegally obtained leaked documents relating to the UK-US free trade negotiations. There's a criminal investigation ongoing.
Mr. Corbyn, do you have anything to say about Russian disruption? Were you complicit?
The former Labour leader brushed off the claim as a diversion, while the Labour Party today said, "We condemn any attempt by Russia or any foreign power to interfere in our country's democratic processes. Labour stands ready to work cross-party to protect our nation's security." But even in Labour, there have been worries about Russian links.
You know the characters around Jeremy Corbyn. Did you ever worry that they weren't robust enough, fending off Russian advances?
I think historically on the far left in British politics, and also, incidentally, on the far right, there's been a tendency to sort of forgive Russia, despite the fact that it's a despotic regime. Journalists get killed in their dozens with impunity. Human rights are completely abused without anybody saying boo. And political opponents are murdered.
Just how vulnerable is the British electoral system? Well, it's probably too early to say on the basis of today's announcement. And despite the striking headline conclusion, there just isn't the detail to come to a comprehensive judgment. Now, more details will probably come out in the coming days when the Intelligence and Security Committee's report into links between Russia and British politicians is published. But as the diplomats in the building behind me would tell you, who benefits and how good these attacks are, well, it's often very murky.
People must learn how to defend the UK political system better from the Russians, according to one of the authors of next week's report.
It's important people should know what Russia does, but I should gently point out that I think people have been ignoring reality in the past. Russia, we know, interferes in democratic processes, not necessarily in the United Kingdom, but it does. The evidence of this is absolutely clear-cut. So it's something which we in the United Kingdom should be protecting ourselves against insofar as we can. And I hope very much when the report is published next week, people will have a greater sense of that issue and of what may be possible to do about it.
A landmark change, that Russia interfered in a British general election for the first time last December. But we're only just starting to understand what that looks like. Sam Coates, Sky News.